You have been feeling it in the marrow of your bones, a heavy, rhythmic pulsing in the air around you, as if the very atmosphere is holding its breath. You wake up at 3 a.m., not because of a noise in the room, but because of a roar in the spirit. Your eyes snap open, and for a moment, you don't recognize the life you built. You look at your hands and they feel foreign. You look at your room and it feels like a waiting room in a terminal you are about to depart from forever. If you are hearing my voice right now, it is because the frequency of your soul has bypassed the noise of the collective and tuned into this specific broadcast. This is not a coincidence. This is a summons. The world calls it anxiety. They call it burnout. They tell you that you are overthinking or that you are simply going through a phase. But you know better. You have felt the sudden, sharp headaches that feel like information being forced into a vessel too small to hold it. You have felt the sudden drops in temperature when you enter a room, the way people's eyes shift when you walk by, as if they are looking at a light that is starting to burn their retinas. You are experiencing the physical symptoms of a structural collapse. The old you, the version of you that accepted the crumbs, the version that played small to keep others comfortable, is being dismantled piece by piece. Think about the last 7 days. Have you noticed the ringing in your ears? That high-pitched frequency that seems to come out of nowhere, silencing the world around you? That is not tinnitus. That is the recalibration of your internal compass. You are being pinged by the divine. Have you noticed the sudden, intense exhaustion? A fatigue so deep that no amount of sleep can fix it? It's because your spirit is working overtime in the unseen realms, fighting battles you aren't even conscious of yet, clearing a path for the new that is currently rushing toward you. You felt a strange detachment from people you used to love. You sit across from them at dinner, and as they speak about their mundane dramas and their surface-level complaints, you feel 1,000 miles away. You find yourself nodding, but your soul is screaming, this doesn't matter anymore. You are losing the ability to pretend. You are losing the capacity to wear the mask. The Matrix version of you is dying, and it is a painful, lonely, and confusing birth. You've been seeing the numbers. 111, 444, 1212. They are flashing on clocks, license plates, and receipts like emergency flares. The universe is trying to get your attention because the window of transition is closing. Something is coming that will change the very fabric of your reality. The ground beneath you is shifting, not to make you fall, but to move you to a higher foundation. You have felt the betrayal of those you trusted. You have felt the sudden bad luck that seems to target only you. You have felt the isolation that tastes like copper in your mouth. I am here to tell you that every single one of those symptoms is a badge of honor. You are being prepared for a weight of glory that would crush an ordinary person. You are being scrubbed clean. The black sheep is being revealed as the golden child of the Most High. The loneliness you feel is actually a divine quarantine. God had to pull you away from the noise so you could hear the instructions for the next 24 months of your life. What is coming is not just a change in circumstances. It is not just a new job or a new relationship. It is a total systemic override. The chosen one status you've carried as a burden is about to become your greatest weapon. You have been in the wilderness for so long that you've forgotten what the promised land looks like, but I can hear the sound of the gates swinging open. The symptoms you are feeling right now, the shaking, the heat, the pressure, it is the sound of your old life cracking under the weight of the power that is trying to emerge through you. Stay still, stay focused. The shift has already begun. Why is this happening to you now? Why is the pressure increasing to a point that feels almost unbearable? You must understand that you are not just a person living a life. You are a biological antenna for the divine. The reason your world feels like it is vibrating apart is that your internal frequency has surpassed the frequency of your current environment. In the spiritual realm, there is a law of displacement. Two opposing frequencies cannot occupy the same space for long. Light and darkness cannot share a room. One must eventually flee. You are currently in the middle of a divine displacement. The spiritual cause of your current turmoil is a massive upgrade to your soul's operating system. You are being moved from the 3D density of survival, fear, and lack into the 5D frequency of sovereignty and creation. This is why you feel like you don't fit in anywhere anymore. You are vibrating at a rate that the people around you, the narcissists, the energy vampires, and the unawakened, cannot process. To them, your growth feels like a threat. To the universe, your growth is a requirement. You have broken a fundamental rule of the Matrix. You have decided to remember who you actually are. For years, you carried the ancestral weight of your bloodline. You were the one chosen to process the trauma, the poverty, and the silence of generations. The reason you feel so tired is that you have been acting as a spiritual filter for your entire family tree. But that contract has ended. The divine has officially revoked your assignment as the bearer of burdens. You are being disconnected from the collective trauma of your lineage, and that disconnection feels like a tearing of the skin. It is a spiritual surgery. The great architect is removing the hooks that the enemy placed in your spirit when you were a child. The hooks of not being enough, the hooks of shame, and the hooks of people-pleasing. There is a specific divine rule that you have crossed into. It is the rule of separation. In the ancient texts, it is written that God separates the wheat from the chaff. You are the wheat. The chaff is everything in your life that is hollow, dead, and superficial. The reason your friendships are failing and your workplace feels hostile is that the universe is blowing the wind of the spirit across your life to see what is rooted and what is just extra. If it can be shaken, it must go. If it can be lost, it was never yours. You are being recloaked. In the spirit, you have been walking around in the rags of a servant, but the heavens are now draping you in the robes of a priest and a king. This change in spiritual garment causes a massive ripple in the atmosphere. The demonic entities that used to ignore you because you were broken are now terrified of you because you are becoming whole. They see the light radiating from your crown chakra, and it signals to the entire spiritual world that a chosen one has come online. You are no longer a target. You are a threat to the system of darkness. This is why the attacks have become so personal. It is why the people you love most are suddenly acting like strangers or enemies. They are reacting to the light in you that they cannot possess. The spiritual cause is a frequency mismatch. You are being pulled upward by a celestial magnet, and everything that is heavy in your life is trying to pull you back down. The headaches are the result of your pineal gland expanding to receive new blueprints. The chest pains are your heart chakra breaking open to hold more source energy. You are being prepared to lead. You cannot lead in a land where you are still a slave, so the universe is burning the slave quarters down. This shift is mandatory. You didn't ask for it, but your soul signed up for it eons ago. You are here to anchor a new light onto this planet. The old world is a sinking ship, and the spiritual cause of your discomfort is the divine hand literally lifting you off the deck before it goes under. Do not look back. Do not mourn the wood and the metal that is sinking. Your spirit is being tuned to the eternal now, where the laws of man no longer apply to you. You are moving into a state of grace exemption, where the common struggles of the world will no longer be able to touch your reality. Now we must pull back the veil and look at how the world, the matrix, the narcissists, and the low vibrational agents is reacting to your ascension. Have you noticed that as you become calmer, they become more chaotic? As you seek peace, they seek to provoke you? This is not your imagination. There is a specific, desperate reaction happening in the unseen realms. The enemy is terrified of you. They are not scared of your bank account, your job title, or your physical strength. They are terrified of your frequency. In the spiritual hierarchy, a chosen one who has finally woken up is like a nuclear reactor in a city of candles. Your mere presence exposes the darkness in everyone else. This is why you are seeing the masks fall off the people around you. The people you thought were your friends, the family members who claimed to have your back, they are suddenly acting out, lying, or projecting their insecurities onto you. This is a spiritual reflex. When a demon encounters a high vibrational light, it has two choices. It must bow or it must attack. Since the narcissists and the agents of the Matrix are unwilling to bow to the divine light within you, they choose to attack. They are using a tactic called the last stand. Think of a cornered animal. It is at its most dangerous when it knows it has lost. The people who used to drain your energy have realized that their straw no longer reaches your cup. You have built a spiritual boundary that they cannot penetrate. Because they can no longer feed on your empathy, they are trying to destroy your reputation. They are whispering behind your back, trying to convince the world that you are the problem. They call you difficult, crazy, or stuck up. But what they are really saying is, I can no longer control you, and that makes me feel powerless. The Matrix itself is trying to recapture your attention. Notice how, just as you start to make progress, a sudden bill appears, or a car breaks down, or an old flame from 5 years ago texts you out of the blue. These are not accidents. These are sentient programs designed to lower your vibration. The enemy knows that if they can get you back into a state of fear, anger, or lust, they can keep you trapped in the 3D loop. They are trying to ground you, not in the spiritual sense, but like an airplane that is forbidden to take off. They see you taxiing down the runway, they see your wings lifting, and they are throwing everything they have onto the tracks to stop you. But here is the secret they don't want you to know. They have no power over a soul that is no longer afraid. The narcissist's greatest weapon is your reaction. When you stop reacting, you become invisible to their radar. When you stop defending yourself against their lies, you take away their oxygen. You are currently moving into a state of divine indifference. You are looking at the chaos of the world and the malice of your enemies, and you are simply observing. This drives the enemy insane. They are used to being the directors of your emotional movie, but you have just fired them and walked off the set. They are scared because you are becoming a glitch in the matrix. You are starting to manifest your reality through thought and intention alone. You are starting to heal yourself. You are starting to see through their illusions. The enemy's reaction is a confirmation of your power. If you were nobody, they would leave you alone. If you were still a sleeper, they would be nice to you. The fact that you are being targeted, the fact that the Matrix is throwing its worst at you, is the ultimate proof that you are winning. You have become a frequency master. When you walk into a room, the low vibrational entities attached to other people start to squirm. That is why people get weird around you. That is why they pick fights for no reason. They are reacting to the exorcism of your presence. Your light is literally burning the parasites off of them, and they don't know how to handle the heat. Smile at their confusion. Stay in your peace. The more they scramble, the more you know that your throne is being prepared. The enemy is not fighting you because you are weak. They are fighting you because they know the king or queen has returned to the castle. Beneath the surface of your daily struggles lies a metaphysical truth that the world has spent centuries trying to hide from you. We are not just living through a change in time. We are living through a change in the very nature of human existence. The prophecy of the chosen is being fulfilled in your lifetime, in your body, and in your bank account. The truth is that you are part of a divine remnant, a specific group of souls who were encoded before the foundations of this world were laid to act as a bridge between the dying age and the one being born. The theological reality is this: the Creator has decided to shorten the days of the enemy's reign. For eons, this planet has been a dense, heavy classroom of suffering and duality. But the great cycle has completed. In the spiritual archives, your name is listed not as a victim, but as a luminosity architect. You are here to anchor the high-frequency codes that will allow a new civilization to emerge. This is why your life feels so different from the masses. You are governed by a different set of universal laws. While the world lives under the law of cause and effect, where they must toil and struggle for every penny, you are being moved into the law of assumption and the law of grace. There is a divine blueprint for your life that is currently being downloaded into your subconscious mind. Think of it like a dormant seed that has been buried in the dark for 40 years. The darkness was not meant to bury you. It was meant to protect you while you germinated. The suffering you endured, the narcissists who tore at your self-esteem, the poverty that tried to crush your spirit, that was the soil. It provided the necessary pressure to crack your outer shell so the God self could emerge. If you had lived a life of ease and comfort, you would never have developed the spiritual muscles required to hold the power that is coming. What is coming is a wealth transfer that is both spiritual and material. The universe is preparing to strip the resources away from those who have used them for control and darkness and place them into the hands of the chosen ones. But the divine cannot give you the keys to the kingdom if you are still vibrating at the frequency of a slave. This is why you are being tested so intensely right now. You are being asked, can you remain in your power while the world mocks you? Can you stay in your peace while your bank account looks empty? Can you hold your head high while the enemy whispers that you are a failure? The truth is that you have already won. In the realm of the eternal, the shift has already happened. You are currently just walking through the time delay of the physical world. It's like seeing the light of a star that went supernova 1,000 years ago. The victory is a finished work. Your only job is to remain unoffended by the process. God's plan for you is so vast that it would frighten you if you saw it all at once. You are being groomed for a level of influence that will reach far beyond your immediate circle. You are being groomed to be a lighthouse in a world that is about to become very, very dark. The metaphysical truth is that your DNA is literally changing. Scientists might call it junk DNA, but the spirit world knows it as the God code. These dormant strands are being activated by the solar flares and the shifting geomagnetic fields of the Earth. You are becoming a multidimensional being. This is why you feel like you can almost see the energy around people now. You can sense a lie before it is even spoken. You can feel the intention of a person the moment they enter your field. This is not paranoia. It is your divine discernment coming online. The prophecy for your life is one of restoration. Every year the locusts have eaten, every tear you cried in the shower where you thought no one was listening, every night you asked, why me? All of it is being weighed on the scales of divine justice. The law of compensation states that for every ounce of unearned suffering you have endured, a pound of glory must be returned to you. You are about to enter a season of rapid acceleration. Things that used to take years to manifest will now take weeks. People who ignored you will now seek your counsel, but you must hold the line. The truth is, the only thing that can stop what is coming is your own doubt. You must stop looking at the 3D mirror to see who you are. The mirror of the world is distorted. It is designed to make you look small. Instead, look into the mirror of the Word and the Spirit. You are a masterpiece in the middle of a transition. You are the chosen one because you were the only one strong enough to survive the initiation. The truth is simple. The world didn't give you your light, and the world cannot take it away. You are now officially Matrix exempt. As you move through these final days of the old era, remember that the silence of God is not the absence of God. It is the focus of a craftsman who is putting the finishing touches on his greatest work. You are that work. The truth is, you aren't waiting on the universe to move. The universe is waiting on you to realize that you are the one holding the remote control. You are the event that the world has been waiting for. The time for wandering is over. The time for wondering if you are worthy has passed. You are now standing at the threshold of your own power, and the only way through is to claim it with every fiber of your being. To ground this energy, you must first understand that your body is the temple for this new frequency. You must begin to treat yourself like the sacred vessel you are. Breathe deep, intentional breaths. With every inhale, you are pulling in the gold dust frequency of the divine. With every exhale, you are releasing the gray smoke of the old matrix programs, the shame, the doubt, and the need for external validation. Your practical instruction is simple but profound. Master your silence. The enemy feeds on your explanations. From this moment forward, stop explaining yourself to people who are committed to misunderstanding you. Your energy is too expensive to be spent on those who do not value the light you carry. When the narcissists attack, when the world shakes, when the symptoms become intense, ground yourself. Put your feet on the earth. Drink water as if it is a holy elixir. Remind your nervous system that you are safe, that you are protected, and that you are the one. Now I want you to prepare your spirit for the sealing of this message. This is not a ritual. This is an activation of the covenant between you and the Creator. Repeat these words in the quiet of your soul, or speak them aloud to command the atmosphere. Divine Creator, source of all that is. I stand here today as a chosen one. I acknowledge the path I have walked, the fire, the thorns, and the lonely valleys. I recognize that every trial was a training ground for the glory that is now being revealed. I officially renounce every contract I made with the darkness. I break every tie to ancestral trauma, every hook of the narcissist, and every program of the matrix that told me I was small. I claim my crown. I activate my light body. I command my frequency to rise above the noise of the world. I am a magnet for divine wealth, for soul-aligned connections, and for the peace that surpasses all understanding. I am protected by a hedge of fire that no weapon formed against me can penetrate. I am the head and not the tail. I am the lender and not the borrower. I am the light that the darkness cannot comprehend. Feel that energy surging through your spine, that heat in your palms. That is the activation. The what's coming is no longer a mystery. It is a physical reality that is settling into your life right now. You have been upgraded, you have been vindicated, you have been set apart. As we close this broadcast, I want you to seal this energy by taking action. Do not let this frequency dissipate. Claim your status in the comments below by typing, "I am the chosen one and my time is now." Let the universe hear your roar. Subscribe to this frequency to stay aligned with the updates of the Spirit, for the shifts will be coming faster now. Go forth in power. Do not look back at the burning cities of your past. Your future is not a place you are going, but a state of being that you have finally arrived at. The gates are open. The table is spread. Your enemies are watching your feast from the outside, and there is nothing they can do to stop your rise. It is done, it is sealed, it is yours.